What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive and faster than a speeding boat SuperCliff, coming at you live for a brand new video. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we are going to Wakanda Forever with the new Marvel series, Ultimate Black Panther, issue number 1. But before we dive into the world of the new Marvel Ultimate Universe, the follow-up for the machinations caused by the maker, if you are new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. So what are you waiting for? Let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan. Hit that subscribe button. Thus, without further ado, let's go full blast on some Wakanda Forever with Ultimate Black Panther, issue number 1. So our story begins in West Africa, and legit things start off with a bang. And no, not the good kind of bang where, fireworks and wizards are celebrating hobbits' birthdays and whatnot. For we see a village get destroyed by a group of soldiers dressed up in high-tech paramilitary gear. Turns out that these soldiers are affiliated with Khonshu and Ra, the rulers of the majority of Africa. However, unbeknownst to these soldiers, we see 2 Wakandan spies hiding in the trees, bearing witness to the carnage. Now, sadly, considering that this attack is not happening on Wakanda soil, the 2 spies can't assist due to international law, but you can bet your bottom dollar that they're going to travel back to Wakanda and inform the king of the chaos that has transpired. Back in Wakanda, we see King T'Challa waking up from a bad dream, and we learn also that in this universe, T'Challa's queen is Okoye. Now, T'Challa, upon waking up, we get the sense that he wants change. He feels Wakanda needs to change its traditions in terms of how Wakandan life is played out on a global scale, and how much does Wakanda have a say in terms of the kingdom's religious practices. And so after speaking with T'Challa's dad, about the issue, to which T'Chaka tells his son to visit the matron of the Voodoo Khan, that's exactly what T'Challa does. Now, the Voodoo Khan, their role is very similar to the oracles in ancient Greece, or most notably in 300. Despite being the king and or the kings of Sparta still had to comply with the gods. But what is clear by this interaction is the fact that T'Challa doesn't care for the Voodoo Khan. Later on at the royal Wakandan palace, the 2 spies from earlier report the attack to their king. And what becomes clear in this scene is the fact that T'Challa is a very cautious king. And despite the obvious threat that the forces of Khonshu and Ra bring, he's not willing to risk open war. But when it comes to Shuri, she's all about starting war. She's all about punching back, then just simply waiting. Meanwhile, another attack by soldiers loyal to Khonshu and Ra initiates, an attack that's hitting another village in West Africa. However, moments before getting shot in the face, a warrior steps into the fold and starts killing all the soldiers one by one, in glorious kick-ass fashion. And with the help whom our mysterious warrior calls Beloved, the 2 take out the remaining troops. And it's here where the masked individual identifies himself as Killmonger, and that the character floating in the sky surrounded by lightning is Wind Rider, which by the way is clearly Storm. Back at Wakanda, at the annual celebration of life, T'Challa is preparing to give the people a speech. However, while everyone is busy paying attention to T'Challa, terrorists shouting the names Khonshu and Ra out loud start blowing themselves up, and many people are killed in the process, including T'Chaka, T'Challa's father. And after seeing his dad get blown up to pieces, T'Challa immediately suits up as the Black Panther and announces to his people that Wakanda is going to war, for he is going to wage war against the enemy, known as Moon Knight. And that, folks, was the end of Ultimate Black Panther, issue number 1. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly means the world to me. Okay, so let's get right to it. Bryan Hill does a fantastic job with pacing, and never are you glued to the same page for long. Situations keep occurring at a manageable pace to the point where you are never bored. In terms of the Ultimate Universe, the comic does a great job in giving T'Challa a new origin, to where it's very similar to Captain America Civil War, where you're introduced to T'Challa. Wakanda hasn't revealed its advanced nation to the public. Black Panther is much more of a spectator than a superhero. But once his dad gets blown up, Black Panther is like, alright, I'm all about revenge now. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed that, and it makes sense that the way this issue is played out, that it took inspiration from the MCU. Fun fact, in case you didn't know, a lot of the MCU took inspiration from the Marvel Ultimate Universe, so it's cool seeing that the comics are doing the same thing. The way the book plays with Killmonger as this Wakandan Batman vigilante is really dope, and you can see the lines that are being made for T'Challa and Killmonger's inevitable fight. My only issue with the book is that the dialogue, although it's good enough to get by, at the same time, I wanted more. I wanted more to latch on to for these versions of the characters. Yes, the story is intriguing. I like the cool concepts that Hitch is playing with, but I don't particularly care about these characters at the moment. And I just wish there was more of that character magic, which got me more invested. Because at the end of the day, a story is only as strong as its characters. But from an overall perspective, I did enjoy this book, and I'm curious to see where things go moving forward. So yeah, as always, I'm your majestic sayer over at SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also the notification bell so you'll never miss out on an upload, and so you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 2? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace. Giggity goo.